We're perched high above the clubhouse here at Tralee. The view is absolutely beautiful. It is stunning, breathtaking, if you please. None less the guest that I have sitting next to me. Bet you haven't been introduced that way in a while, have you? Anthony Byrne is the longtime GM here at Tralee. How is it going for you guys? It seems, as the last couple of years in particular, as though it's going very, very busy indeed.
22 years, Matt.
Jeez. Your sins.
Here at Tralee Golf Club. Yeah, no, it's really busy. It's the last 10 years has been really crazy. And certainly the last 3 years, I suppose really since COVID maybe, that we're fully booked. Like we're taking bookings. Even for next year now, we're almost completely booked out and certain.
Hitting already.
No, I suppose it's testament of links golf. And maybe the whole Southwest is just somewhere special. You got just a fantastic array of golf courses and scenery, hotels, and I suppose the people. So, like, we're really, really lucky, and long may it continue.
Yeah, indeed. It won't be long continuing for you, though. This is it, right? Well, you're going to wait till the end of the summer, or when are you going to hang up the cleats?
Yep. Made the decision a couple of years ago that at a certain date, at a certain age, I'm going to leave, and I just stuck with it. So I've luckily that spoke to the wife. She's quite happy that I'm going to share the house with her now every day. So yeah, we're going to do a bit of traveling, and I am leaving. Leaving at suppose the end of July, and I'll stay for a couple of months as a consultant, I suppose. But the end of the year, the end of September, I'm definitely going to be gone. Stay as a member now, play a bit more golf.
Good. But the course from at least the club, at least from the standpoint of management, will be losing a legend in you, my friend. All right, so the golf course itself. Arnold Palmer, as I mentioned at the start of the show, famously quipped that he designed the front and God designed the back. How would you describe the tapestry of the golf course and with the changes that you've made on the front nine, how it all blends together?
Yeah, that was something that we were, I won't say left with, that Arnold Palmer designed the back nine. And some people looked at that and thought that the front nine wasn't as strong as the back nine. So the last number of years we have worked solidly on the front nine, and I have to say, Matt, the front nine is every bit as good as the back nine. Like, it's just a thrilling blast. It's just scenery after scenery. The course is always in fantastic condition, and that's really down to Colin Lawler and his team for how they present the golf course every single day. So yeah, no, the front nine, I would see. Actually, I enjoy the front nine more than the back nine. I always find that the back nine that bit tougher, but I certainly think it's absolutely every bit as good as the back nine now.
That's excellent. If you could. You've kind of touched on this already, in fairness, but if you could nail it down to something where you'd say, this is what makes Tralee different than links golf anywhere else in the world, what would that be?
I suppose everyone has their own, special thing about Tralee Golf Club. For me, when I arrive, like if I arrive in the morning, even before Greenfields, and go for a walk, it's just the whole nature. It sort of surrounds you. Now, it sounds maybe a little bit romantic, but it is just breathtaking. Like the sea, you can see the sea from every single golf hole. You walk down to the beaches, and the beaches are just miles of white sandy beaches. Lovely place to go for a walk, and you're just consumed with this views for every single hole. So that's what I would take out of Tralee Golf Club.
You knew Mr. Palmer. You knew how excited he was to have designed this golf course. Any reflections on that to start, and what does it mean to Tralee to be associated with one of the greatest legends ever in the game?
Yeah, I was lucky to have met Arnold Palmer on a couple of occasions when I went to. I didn't see him here because I hadn't started my tenure as GM. It was the following. I think he was down in 2001. I started 2002, but I was lucky enough to meet him a couple of times when I was over in Orlando, and he's an absolute gentleman. I wasn't expecting that he would sort of embrace me and talk so fondly about Tralee Golf Club. But yeah, no, an absolute gentleman, and thoroughly enjoyed meeting him.
It's amazing. How do you feel, in what ways, if you could describe, do you feel like his fingerprint is upon this golf course as its designer?
Yeah, like he was definitely instrumental in when he came over back in the 80s when he first saw this piece of land, and I know he was really impressed with the land. He brought us out from a 9-hole golf course, and he saw something special. So all of his design, you can see even some of the names of some of the golf holes. I think, like Shipwreck, the 16th. I think that was one of his favorite. It's just it is as it describes, Shipwreck. Like, it just ruin a scorecard. It's just a par 3, but it's a solid golf hole. So yeah, look, he was a grandmaster.
We were talking about the castle behind number 3 and kind of sharing some of the lore. You mentioned Shipwrecked off 16. It's named that for a particular reason. You want to touch on some of the highlights of the history that, if you please, are outside the ropes?
Yeah, I suppose Tralee Golf Club is steeped in history. This whole area is steeped in history, going back to the famous Ryan's Daughter film, and even when I look at that film, I see bits and pieces of Tralee Golf Club. So it is something that is very, very special, the whole area. And it's someplace that I have grown to absolutely love.
Rightfully so. Well, long may you still absolutely love it and find yourself walking those beaches and these fairways no longer as the general manager. That's still a few months down the road. You can contact Tralee directly. You also can get in touch with our friends at Swing Golf Ireland that set up our tour through the Southwest so that you can plan your trip to this little slice of golfing heaven.